Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and in today's video we will be talking about the 12 books that I would absolutely love to read this summer. And I think honestly most of them they are pretty summery, and some of them I just pick because either I'm in the middle of or I want to try a new genre. So let's just get into it. I have 7 with me physically and I have 5 that is just on the Kindle, or I'm thinking of picking it up but I'm not sure, but I know one of them I really want to pick up. So let's just go through the one that I have physically, and then we can talk about the one that I want to read but do not have the physical copy yet. So the first one is A Man Called Ove by, or Ove? A Man Called Ove by Fredrik Backman. I've read a few books by him and I really would love to continue reading more from him, but I was in search. Obviously, I still have the Beartown series to continue, but I just haven't, I don't know. I'm not in the mood to read about ice hockey when it's like warmer outside, I guess. So I'm postponing it until next winter slash this winter. So yeah, that's why I decided to pick up one of his most famous work, I guess I want to say. It's this one. I think it is also about to be a movie of some sort, so I am really excited and I definitely want to read it before watching any kind of like book adaptation or like movie adaptation for a book. So yeah, this would be my first book in my summer TBR. I don't know much about this, and I think it goes pretty much the same with all the books that I'll be presenting to you. I also would really love to keep the air of secretness, I guess, from each book, because I like to go into books pretty blindly, especially if it's like contemporary. With Fredrik Backman, I think I don't care that whether I read the back or not, but it is sometimes a little bit better if I don't know the blurb from the beginning, like going into the book. So yeah, the first one, A Man Called Ove. Second one is a book in a series that I'm currently in the middle of, but it is a contemporary romance, so I'm like, or at least it is like an interconnected standalone, so I am in no rush in reading this, but I think it's just perfect for summer. I feel like rom-com romance, contemporary romance is the perfect genre for summer. So I decided to pick up Love Unwritten. I read Love Redesigned. I don't know if it's this year or last year, but I truly enjoyed it and I really liked Julian's character. I think there, I don't remember, is it Delilah or Dahlia? I'm not sure her name, but I just really love the dynamic that they had over there. So obviously I want to read the second book. I don't know if it's duology, a trilogy, whatever it is, but I am excited. I think this is our main character's brother, like the male main character's brother. I'm not sure, but I just know it is, I think, single dad nanny trope, which obviously I always love single parent trope, so that's why I'm putting it in my TBR. Moving on to the next one, I have a change in genre a little bit. It is God of Malice by Rena Kent. By the way, did I tell you who this is by? This is by Lauren Asher. So moving back to God of Malice, I've heard so many good things about the Legacy of Gods series by Rena Kent, but I am scared of dark romance because I don't think I like it, but again, I'm not sure. I've read Haunting and Hunting Adeline, and I've read some mafia romance, but I think mafia romance is not really dark romance. Yes, it has like some kind of, I don't know. Oh, I've also read the Mindfuck series, so technically that's also a dark romance if I'm not wrong. And I don't know if I love any of them. I enjoyed them, I think. No, actually, Haunting and Hunting Adeline, probably one of the most traumatizing books I've ever read, so do with that information what you will, but I definitely want to try more dark romances to just see whether I am into dark romance. Oh, I've read Hooked as well, but I didn't really enjoy it either. So I want to give 3 more tries for dark romance, and I've heard this is very good, and I have like 2 more in my TBR that is also really good, but I'm spacing it out. I don't want to like force read something, if you know what I mean. So yeah, I know nothing about this. I just know that Rena Kent is really famous and she has a Rena verse, I think, which is like a lot of books in the same universe, and a lot of people enjoy that too. So yeah, I will be starting my first Rina Kent book. So excited, nervous, I'm not sure. Moving on to the next one is The Paradise Problem by Christina Lauren. I picked this up whenever I was on a holiday somewhere and I just went to the bookstore and picked it up. And since then I have not picked it up, which is like, I think it's been a year, so I think it's time. And plus it's called Paradise Problem and it suits the whole premise of like summer TBR and matching it to the season. Even though I'm trying not to match everything to the season, obviously, but some books you just have to read in the right setting. So I think this would be it. And obviously I love Christina Lauren. I don't read every single release that they released, but this intrigued me, I guess, in the bookstore whenever I read the blurb. So that's that. Moving on to the next one is a very scary read personally for me. It is none other than The Dragon Republic by R.F. Kuang. I read, I think, The Poppy War, I want to say a few months ago, and I thoroughly enjoyed it, even though some of the things that happen in that book, honestly, very traumatizing, like Rin destroying her womb, just because it will stop her from training to be the absolute... Anyway, that book still traumatized me, but obviously I loved it a lot, and I loved it so much I have to just continue with the series. And obviously this series I really want to finish this year, so I have read all R.F. Kuang's books, I guess. So yeah, and the ending of this book was really insane as well, so I don't know what we're up to, but I'm just excited to continuing this series. Moving on to the next one is a book that a friend lent me a while ago, and I still have not picked it up, but I think it's finally time. I feel like I'm in the mood for this kind of setting, even though I don't really remember what it's about. I will find out when I read it, but it's none other than Where the Crawdads Sing by Delia Owens. I'm not sure how to pronounce her name, so I'm sorry if I'm butchering it, but yeah, this book is also like, there is a movie adaptation to the book, so I am also excited to just like read it and watching it to see whether everything matches in my head, and in the movies, I guess. But yeah, this will be in my TBR as well. Moving on to the next one is also one of the most anticipated, but also I'm very intimidated by book, which is I Lost the Dust Jacket, but it is The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna. I read The Women the other day. The other day meaning like 2 weeks ago. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I loved it. It's one of the best books I've ever read ever, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. And obviously The Nightingale being her most like popular book that she's ever written, I just have to read it. So yeah, I decided to pick it up this month. We shall see if I actually read it, or I'm still intimidated by it. So, but I think I'll be able to. Not this month, this season. Sorry. But yeah, that will be The Nightingale. So that would be all the physical books that I own. Now let's go to the others, which I have about 5 more. Yes, 5 more. So the first one / the 8th, I guess, it doesn't matter. The next one is Book of Azriel. I've heard so many good things about this. I think this is also like urban dark fantasy, romantasy, whatever it is. I've heard so many good things about this book, but I just have not picked it up because, again, dark being in the genre description just scares me a little bit. But obviously, again, I want to try, so I will try. So that is pretty much all I know about Book of Azriel. Nothing else, but I'm excited to read it. Moving on to the next one is, I cannot believe that we're getting a new release from her so soon. I mean, even though it's already out, but like whenever, just a little side or like backstory, I was just like scrolling through my email, whatever it is, and I subscribed to this author, which is Mariana Zapata, because I loved her books so much. I love her books so much, and I've read like all of her books 2-3 times, and she is no doubt one of my favorite authors of all time for contemporary romance. I think even like in general, like her books just so good and she's so underrated. So the fact that I scroll through my mail, so her last book, which is I have over here, which is Gracie and the Grump, was like 2022, and obviously it being 2025 and she hasn't released anything, I was like, no way, if she's not releasing another book, I will riot. And I think I thought about that like a week before the announcement, and then the announcement came. I woke up, checked my email. That's the the first email that I saw, and it's like, The Things We Water coming out 8th of May. I still have not picked it up. Obviously, this is past over 8th of May, but the excitement that I have. And the thing is, it's coming out in Europe a bit later. That's why I don't have the physical copies. And whenever it's coming out, I am also not here to pick it up. Like, obviously, the book is out May 8th, and I think it's coming out May 28th for Europe. I'm not sure. The dates, I will just put it here. But I am so excited. I am so excited, and I cannot wait. I just know nothing beside that it will most probably be slow burn, and it's like it has some fantastical elements which we love. Obviously, Gracie and the Grump, I feel like her writing style is definitely so good as a romance, but it's so good as like a slow burn fantasy as well, so I'm really really excited for that. And moving on, I have two more, which is also another very viral books everywhere. It's Quicksilver by Callie Hart, and I've heard so many good things about this, and I'm just so excited to read it, and I will 100% be reading it this summer because I just want to know what the hype is about. So yeah, that's that. And moving on to the last book is the book that I have on my yearly TBR, which is the second Harry Potter book. But in my TBR, in my yearly TBR, I have the last book, which is the seventh book, if I'm not wrong, the Harry Potter series. So I am slowly but surely putting in some of the Harry Potter books, I guess, in my TBR, so I read them. Not that I always stick to my TBR anyway, so yeah. But that is pretty much it for the 12 books that I want to read this summer. And obviously, like usually, we need to journal about it. So I will just show you that clip right now of me journaling, and I will see you right back here after that. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the journaling session over there. I love some journaling content on doing them, and just like it's so therapeutic, and I really love how it turned out. I journaled it already beforehand, but I don't have it near me, so yeah. But I really enjoyed how it came out. So, and I hope you guys enjoyed it too. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know down below if you're reading any of these books or if you've read any of these books and they're your favorite books. Just chat with me in the comment. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Goodbye.